from the
there he is.
just kicking, or at least there he is. We got him now. What's up, Mike?
What kind of bootleg stuff y'all got going on there, man?
Hey, that's my bad, man. I'm sorry. Hey, sorry about that. I'm glad we good though. We got you back. I was like, I can't kick Mike out of the studio, man.
Yeah,
I can't kick Mike out of the
thanks
studio.
for having me on, y'all.
Yeah, no doubt, man. We're excited for you. We're gonna talk to your counterpart, Coach Brendan Marion, here in a little bit. You guys got a big kickoff weekend coming up for the students on Friday, but do you feel like you've got some expectations? Like you've got a hell of a roster coming in, you got a hell of a roster changeover, you got Shaquille O'Neal involved. Like you are a icon in this market. And that carries like a lot of weight. Like we're seeing the expectations of what the football team has been dealing with. Does that add a little anxiety to you headed into the start of the schedule?
No, everything is done. Everything happens for a reason. You know, I was brought back here, you know, for that reason, and you know, to change the culture here, and change into a winning program. And you know, that's the goals that we set for the year. I mean, I can't predict the future, obviously, but I mean, from the stuff that we're putting in, the stuff we're working, and the guys that we have, we put it all together. I think it's going to work out good. And I mean, we're working hard. The kids are working hard. You got to understand too. We had to change a lot of their habits that they've gotten from the places that they were here, that they had before they got here. So it's a lot of, you know, mind changing, and you know, just little habits that they've had at other schools that, you know, that they don't have here. You know, I'm gonna let these guys play. I want them to be aggressive. I told a kid, you know, I'll take you. I bet you never been taken out for passing up a shot. I'll take you out for not shooting the ball. I don't care how many shots you miss. I want you to go out there and play freely, play hard, but you got to play hard. You got to play defense.
How do you feel the response has been? I know from the outside looking in, it looks like, you know, these guys are all bought in. They love playing under you or whatever. But I know one of the, you know, when they first started practices, the common thing that I heard was, yeah, Coach, he gets on us. He gets on us. He's expected, but it seems to be working. Like I said, I was able to check out one of the practices the other day, and kids were getting after it, you know, and they were responsive to everything that you were saying and the assistants were saying. How has that journey been? Just trying to kind of get everybody used to each other.
I mean, it's good. I'm gonna try to push the kids as hard as I can. You know, a lot of times, you know, my question I have is, you know, who wants to play after they leave here? And everybody raised their hand, and I just try to tell them, like, hey, there's certain things you got to do. There's a certain way you got to play. There's a certain way you got to put extra work in. And I mean, they could believe what I'm saying because I've been there. And it's easy to believe that to a guy that's been there. So, I mean, I care about all these kids like they're my own. And, you know, I mean, I want them to do well on the court as well as off the court, you know, turn them into situations where they could grow up and be, you know, respectful young men, do good in their classroom, you know, try to help them graduate if that's a goal for them. But, you know, I mean, my thing is that I care about these kids. You don't get a lot of coaches that care about these kids.
Yeah, Mike, you mentioned something there a second ago when you're talking about getting these young men to do something different than, you know, what they've been taught to do. We were just talking about that with your teammate Doug, and how Doug is trying to get these Kings. Obviously, he got his first live action against an opponent under his belt last night. And a lot of what Doug is going through right now through camp and through these preseason games is trying to get them to stop doing stuff that they were doing before. And one of the easiest things that you could do as a player, even as a person, is just revert to the stuff that you know. How difficult is it to tell a young man who's gotten this far, like, hey, no. You can't. I know you've been doing that. You've got to stop doing that, because that's not how we play here.
I mean, you know, you're a human being. You're going to follow habits that you have, whether, you know, it's on the court, off the court, what you eat, whatever. So, I mean, it's just, my thing is just try to form habits for them that are good habits. You know, even if you're tired, we don't get tired here. You know, let's push through it. You know, in that fourth quarter, when you're tired, as soon as you tell yourself you're tired, it's over with. You know, so I'm trying to get that in their mind. Like, I don't care how many sprints we run, get your hands off your knees. We don't show defeat. You know what I mean? Let's get out there, and when you're tired, push through it. Because when you get in the game, you've been in a situation before where you're tired. It's the fourth quarter, 2 minutes left. Okay, I've been here before. I've been tired, but I've gotten through that. So just put little habitual things in their mind like that, and just getting them thinking right. The mind's a strong thing, and I'm just putting positive energy and positive thoughts in their minds.
So, Coach, I asked you about the players getting used to your style and your expectations and the way that you push these guys. So the funny thing is, I heard you might be the nicer of the two Bibbies on the coaching staff. I heard Michael be getting after him. How is it working with your son in this role here in Sac State?
It's great. I mean he's a head coach. I give him between 2 and 4 years to where he has his own spot. He has his own coaching gig, and is running his own team. That's how good he is, and I'm proud of him. And just he gets mad at me because he's like, Dad, you softened up. I'm like, what you mean? You got to give a little to get a little. I tell him. He's like, nah. Okay. Y'all go do what you got to do, Michael. You put them on the line right away. Boom. But they reacted good to it. So, but like, it's a different time because he said I was a lot, I want to say meaner when I was coaching in high school. But I didn't let him. He said a lot of the sprints that they run, I'll give them a chance to shoot a free throw, maybe knock some of them off. I didn't used to do that when they were in high school. So he gets on me about that. But my mindset is you don't want to lose them all the way. And you got to give them stuff to fight for. They're running hard. I don't like running like till we get on the line, we run. But we'll run for some mistakes and stuff like that, like throughout the practice. But I'd like you to run throughout the practice in their basketball situations and the basketball things we're doing to get you running on the court. But if you don't run on the court, I always tell them, if you don't run here in the practice, I'll find other things for you to do to run.
You're going to get in shape one way or the other. You can either do it running sprints or you could do it in basketball. But
they've got to.
The choice is yours. How do you want to get in shape?
Or you can go see Al Biacani. Those are your choices. Go visit Al Biacani then.
Yeah, Al had him at the beginning. Al doesn't do much of the running now that the season started, but in the preseason, Al had him on the track. Al had him on the football field doing stuff. So
yeah, vomiting in the buckets is what he had them doing.
You gotta be ready then. You can't come and not be out of shape. Try to be in shape before you get there.
Can't do it. Mike and Michael playing good cop, bad cop was not something I was expecting.
When I was there, Michael was on their head, man.
He doesn't let up either. It's different. It's he's almost a lot of their same age, so it's kind of like a different coaching mentality that he has to them and me. So
you feel like they're ready?
We're getting there. I don't think we're there yet. But I think we will get there. We got a month before our first game. We got an exhibition coming up, I think, next weekend. And, it just be a test for us to see where we stand. Everybody will get a chance to play, see what combinations work. Obviously you want to win it, but that's not our main goal right now. Just trying to see what combinations we could get and see how we match against somebody else and see if we're really good or if it just looks if we're good because we're bad. So we're going to be able to tell the difference when we get to play New Orleans.
Coach, I want to ask you about somebody in particular that's really caught my eye, and that's Bear Cherry. Watching him play, he's the truth. I told Damian, I said, I think that's a pro. I don't know if it's NBA, if it's overseas or whatever, but I think that's a professional basketball player. How has it been working with him and getting him ready for this season?
It's good. He's a monster, about 6'11", like 260. But, we have to tell him stuff too, just kind of keep him going and stuff like that. These guys are kids. So with him, he wants to be a pro. And, I said, like, I'm trying to push him to get to that kind of spot that he wants to be. And just let him know, like, hey, if you think you're doing enough, you got to do more. And just get him in that mindset of how pros think.
Yeah, I don't know how old that young man is, but that wasn't a kid. That boy, you said he was cat without the sass. My goodness.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's a big kid, man. He's a monster. He's tough. He'll talk a little trash to you. So, it's good. I think he's the captain of the team, leader of the team, and just how he talks to the guys and guys, listen to him.
Mm-hmm.
This you guys got kind of a midnight madness thing jumping off this Friday for Sac State students From what I heard, you're going to be battling a student in a 3-point contest.
I wouldn't call it battling. We're going to have a shootout, I guess. We have to see what they're going to put us through, but I can still shoot that thing. As long as I ain't got to move too much, I'll be able to shoot that thing forever.
Look, the shot never leaves.
No, as I was going to say, I'm not an NBA player. I'm definitely not Mike Bibby, but I tell my son all the time, I'll be able to shoot forever. I might not be able to catch up to you, like if you start moving, but I'll be able to shoot to the day I die. And I know Mike Bibby the same way.
And it's crazy because my son thinks he's a better shooter than me too. I mean, there's been shooting drills, shooting things that he's won a few times, but I got to remind him, I was shooting before you were alive. So there's no way I got a 20-year head start on you and you're better than me in anything. So, it's just the confidence that he has. I love the confidence that he has.
Yeah.
Hey, is the crew going to be here for the opener?
What do you mean, crew?
Dane and E, everybody, they coming out for the opener?
I think Dane will be here. Dane has some business stuff that he does with the Bibalicious marijuana stuff that he does. So he'll be out there. He comes back and forth. He does a lot of stuff out, a lot of business out here. So he comes back and forth. Not everybody. We still got a lot of friends that live out here too that will be at the games and everything.
Have them send some samples out of
I got you. Just whenever he gets here, I'll remind him and get you guys some.
All right, man. We appreciate you. Have fun this weekend. Have fun at the Midnight Madness, man. We'll be tapping in with you as always.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Always, brother. Always. Yes, that's a man, Mike Bibby, right there.